What's happening, folks? Evan Dixon, the builder here. You are listening to the BLOCS podcast, the one true podcast created just for builders, leaders, originators, creators, and saviors. I appreciate you for tuning in. You're either listening to me on a podcast site or you are watching me on YouTube. I just wanted to have a quick little conversation with you about Halloween. We have so many people who don't celebrate Halloween for different reasons. I've heard that it's the devil's birthday. I never saw that in the book, but we can find that verse, I guess, in that chapter. I've never heard of that, but that's some people's reasons. Others is because it's not of God, and a lot of different reasons why the kids can't dress up and have a good time, and everybody has their own reason. I'm with that, but I'm gonna tell y'all that a lot of y'all don't celebrate Halloween because you actually celebrate it every other day of the year with your circle of your friends. Okay, with your circle of friends, you are celebrating Halloween every day of the year. Let's start with the first friend, and the first friend is the vampire, right? So in your circle, you got a vampire friend. It's a friend that once you deal with them, you are drained. They don't really care anything about what you're doing. They don't care for you to let you unload any information out on them. Tell them how your day was. Tell them if you're having a bad time. It's all about them. They want to tell you how they were doing, what went wrong with them, what great is going on with them. And when you start saying what you're doing, they almost can't even hear you. They don't care. A vampire is like a narcissist when it comes to a friendship. They suck everything. For you ever been on the phone with a friend or spent the day with a friend, and whenever they leave, you're drained and not a good tired. You know, last week my baby had a birthday, and me and my mom and my wife and my dad, we all said, that was a good tired. We tired, but it was a good tired. We felt fulfilled. But there's a drain tired. Those are those vampire friends. So be careful of them, all right? Because they will suck the blood or the life out of you before they're done. And then once they talk with you, they call somebody else and do the same thing with them. That's what they are. They're vampires. They never get enough of giving you everything they got or unloading all their problems on you and leaving you with it, right? So that's your vampire friends. Second, you got your werewolf friends. Those are the ones that change up on you. When back in the day, whenever I had the lick, when I had the smoke, when I had things, I had a lot of friends. But the moment that you can't provide for them, the moment that they need $10 and you ain't got it, no matter how much you've given them, you could have given them thousands of dollars in the past. When they need that 20 and you say, I can't do it. When they need that ride and you like, man, I'm tired, I ain't going. That's whenever they like, well, you know what? You ain't a good friend, this, and that, and they ain't got time for you. They only there when you can do something for them. When you are not able to do something for them, they change up on you. That's your werewolf friends. I know a lot of y'all have werewolf friends. We all do. Your third friend, your third is the ghost. I ain't even got to tell y'all that. Y'all know the ghost. The ghost is the one that is around when they need you. But as soon as you need them, don't get a werewolf and a ghost confused. A werewolf just wants something from you, right? A ghost friend could be a good friend. Y'all can hang out, chill all day, but as soon as you need something from them, you can't find them nowhere. As soon as you just need to call somebody and just say, hey, man, I had a tough day, and I just want to tell you, I just need to get this off my chest. They ain't got time. They don't have the mind control. I was talking to a friend the other day, and we can talk about bull crap all day. I mean, we can talk about bull crap or gossip all day, but as soon as we talk about some real issues, he got to go. Or you can tell by his conversation, he'll change it back to something else because he doesn't care. Your ghost friend doesn't really care about you. They just there to pass the time. And as soon as you go too deep or you have some real, you trying to build a real friendship, they'll show you we're not really friends and they ghost on you. All right? Let's keep going. You got the witch. That witch, that's deep. That witch is more of a spiritual friend. It's that friend that just has a bad spirit. You like them. It's something about them that you like, but they're so negative. They're in such a bad space that it makes you say, I don't know what, I can't put my finger on it, but this person is just not good for me. You know what I mean? You ever had somebody that you like, maybe you admired them, maybe they were cool, but you realized that you changed when you was around them because that witch got a spell, yo. So you change when you're around them. You lose your real friends trying to be friends with this person. You can't even figure out why you, if somebody asked you, what do they give you? Why do you hang out with them? You can't even name nothing because that witch, they got spells, man. They have spells. And there's one more. And this gonna upset y'all. I wasn't gonna even. I like not to. You know, it's real. I like not to even say this one, but you got that zombie friend. That zombie friend is already dead. You tell, man, you know what? I'm finna get my life together, man. I'm gonna stop this smoking this weed, man. I got more things to do. And they looking at you. They don't even know how to respond to it. They dead. They zombies. They're already dead, so they don't have no plan, man. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get back into school. They can't support none of that because they're already dead. They already decided that their life is done. You understand? That's your zombie friend. So that's your friend circle. I'm not gonna spend. I had a lot of stuff to say about it and break it down real deep. I'm not even gonna go deep with you. That's your friend circle. If you don't agree, if you don't have one of those friends, guess what? You the friend. Oh my Lord. Think about that. What costume are you wearing? Make sure that you're not that vampire that when you get off the phone with somebody, they feel drained. I'm a talker. I try to make sure that I don't dominate the conversation, right? Because I'm a talker. I was talking to my wife yesterday. I saw a Red Table Talk. She put me on that with Jada Pinkett and them, and now I'm just like, that's a hot show. Like, it's one of the best shows on TV. And I realized that to an extent, I have narcissistic behaviors. They gave different levels of it. I'm not to the point where I'm just mean to people or I'm manipulative, but I do feel like it's the show's about me. I can give you that. But only reason I feel like that is because it is about me. Now, I worked real hard on my ego about 10 years ago. 2007 or 8. Maybe it might have been 2006, 2007. I really started working on my ego because I was worried that it was separating me from God and from a higher power, because I realized that my ego was out of control, right? So since I've broken it down with the help of God, he really helped me to lose that thing. You be careful what you ask God to help you with, because he will. But I was able to now build it back with the spiritual base in it. So yes, I still feel like the show's about me, but I also have co-hosts, right? So that's how I feel. My oldest daughter is so much like me, but see, my confidence, I actually created that character. I created the Evan that was so confident and it was so strong and didn't care how people thought about him in a negative way and stuff like that. And but my daughter, she gets it. She got it honest. Like, that's really her. You know what I mean? So anyway, be careful of those vampire friends, man. And if you are one, work on not being one, right? Like, work on letting everybody have a piece of the pie. Everybody have a talk in the conversation, and whenever they talk, really listen to them. I had to actually study listening skills so I would not be so dismissive of people when they told me things, because at first I just didn't care. I didn't care, right? All right, you got to be honest to your life, man. That's the only way you grow. So we got a problem in our community with being honest, and that's how we keep, circling around this cycle of destruction that we're in right now. The werewolf. That werewolf will switch up on you and just want something from you. Now, that's something I never had to worry about. I always, I grew up with certain values, and one of the big values that my dad instilled in me is that a friend is something that is precious. So I knew boys that were in fraternities that had a lot of friends, and they'll still say you never had a friend like E. Because if you're my friend, then I'll go to the end with you. You know, I'm not gonna die for no grown man, but if you're my friend, then it would only be right if there's gonna be some dying, we're gonna die side by side. Now, of course, I have a wife and kids now, so I had to change my friendship circle. I still got friends that if they call, if Terry call, if certain people call, if my man Greer calls, if T calls, if DL calls, there's certain people that if they call, I'm coming, because they my friend, you know. But I ain't got but a few. Keith, you know, I ain't got but a few of them that if they call, I'm coming. But I had to break it slower because I had to deal with people who felt the same way, who had a wife and kids, who had relationships, who respected my life, so they wouldn't put me in a situation to get in trouble or in a box, you know. But those werewolf friends, be careful of those, because they'll use you up. They'll use every piece of you up, and then they will leave and go to the next person. So be careful of those werewolf friends. Those witches, man, those witches are real powerful, because that's a spell that they put on you. Those witches put a spell on you, and you don't know why you are doing certain things for them. You don't know why you getting up early and taking them to work, and they ain't even give you no gas money. And there's certain times when you need them, you can't even find them. But those witches put a spell on you, and they're gonna use you when they need you. If you look at this, a lot of it is using. A lot of it is using. The ghost. Say no more. You know, the ghost is he's interesting. That ghost is interesting because that ghost knows how to get away just before the problems really occur. That ghost knows how to decide when to answer the phone or not. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. So if you're that person who, when your friend is into a situation, your friend needs you, your friend is calling you, and you can't even pick up the phone, work on that, man. Because sometimes all it takes is to pick up the phone and listen, right? And that last one is the zombie. You know, drugs have riddled America, but they have tore up our community. And our problem is that we're coming off of a generation ago being on one of the hardest drugs, which is crack cocaine. So we look at every other drug like it's not really a drug. Weed, cigarettes, alcohol, it's nothing compared to my mama or my grandma was on crack, you know? And that's dangerous for us because it keeps us in a state of being pacified. A grown person that is pacified, a grown person that doesn't have consequences is dead, because consequences cause growth, right? Being uncomfortable, which is a consequence of something that you do that's negative, you're uncomfortable about it. Being uncomfortable causes growth. So when there's something, when you come home and you almost ran out of gas, you didn't have but $5 to put in the tank, and this, and then, you know, your friend comes over, you already had a blunt at the house, and you go home and you smoke that blunt. You don't sit and dwell on the fact that I don't have enough money, I'm not doing enough to take care of myself. You forget and you go repeat it the next day. See, our drugs are pacifiers. No, heroin is hitting the Caucasian community pretty heavy. Pills are still hitting everybody. But that weed, that cigarette, that liquor is a silent killer. It may not put you in the dirt tomorrow, but it kills you, and you are living death. You're a zombie. So I hope that's not you. But to be honest, I've been to that point too. You know, where all you do with your boys is you get toe up. You know, it's Thursday, it's Friday, let's get toe up. It's Saturday, let's get toe up. It's Monday, we ain't got nothing to do Tuesday, let's get toe up. You know, and I thank God that I was able to get past that. But that's your friendship circle, folks. That's your friendship circle. And like I said, if you think that these people are not you, if you think that you don't have these friends, then you are that friend. And you could be more than one. You could be a vampire ghost. You could be a werewolf witch. You know what I mean? Like, you could be more than one. But fix your circle. Stop saying you don't celebrate Halloween and you actually celebrate it every day. Evan Dixon, the builder, I appreciate you for listening to the BLOCS podcast. Hope you enjoy your day. Happy Halloween.